to 165. As three-time All-American David McFadden, who dropped down from 174 to 165 this year, will go up against Eric Bialik of Northwestern. But McFadden, he is the pride, he is the heart, he is the soul of Virginia Tech wrestling.
Yeah, he's their veteran. You know, he's a three-time All-American, looking to be the first four-time All-American in Hokie history. So I'm sure Virginia Tech is expecting some big things out of him on this match because they're in a battle here. You know, Northwestern's up 12-9 right now.
And David McFadden, someone, when he talked to Coach Roby, he really has been praising him, his ability to cut down on weight, stay at 165. That was difficult for him. And he has just talked about how dialed in and focused he has been going into his senior season. He said he's really limited the outside noise.
Yeah, it sounds like he's really dedicated himself, you know, in the room and outside the room, doing everything right, which that's what it takes to be a team leader, and I'm sure he's looking for that. I'm sure he's looking to do like Mekhi Lewis did last year and win a national championship before he leaves the program.
As Lewis did at 165, McFadden will try and do it as well. Last season, he became the third Hokie to be an All-American at two different weight classes, joining Solomon Chisco and Devin Carter. Underway, McFadden and Bialik at 165. Eric Bialik, a redshirt freshman from Orlando, Florida, went 12-9 last season, wrestling unattached. However, 7 of his 12 wins were bonus point wins. What a start for him, the redshirt freshman. His first duel of his career, he's going up against David McFadden.
Yeah, that's a tough one to pull right out of the gate, but he's going to, in that conference, he's going to have a lot of tough ones. So
McFadden quickly in on a shot.
No control.
Has the right leg of Bialik.
Bialik pretty flexible. He went into the split position, but McFadden did a great job finishing, kind of tipping him back, pulling his weight back over his hips.
You know, one thing we already mentioned with McFadden being a three-time All-American, trying to become the first Hokie to ever be an All-American all 4 years. But you talk with Coach Roby, and it's very clear that All-American status this year is not the objective for Dave McFadden. I mean, he really wants that national championship.
I'm sure he's put a lot of time in. He's been good for a long time, and he wants to get on top of that podium.
One red, neutral.
There's an escape for Bialik.
And he's beaten some of the best guys in the country, you know, over the years. So he knows he's right there with them all. He's got to put it together.
When a lot of the competition that Mekhi Lewis had to go through last year at 65 is the same, will be the same for McFadden this year. Bialik from Orlando, Florida. Again, not a bad freshman season, wrestling unattached with the red shirt. McFadden dives in.
That's a nice low-level attack right there. Caught the corner.
There's the takedown.
He's looking for this cross-face cradle. He's been working that cross-face the whole time. After that first takedown, he was as well. Yep, there he's going for it.
Actually hear the crowd asking for him to do it.
Bialik's doing a good job of keeping that left arm kind of posted out so he can't get that deep crossface in. Get to his feet with hand control, goes for the switch. McFadden does a good job of countering.
He's got control around the hips of the freshman Bialik. And that'll do it for the opening period. McFadden, 2 takedowns. Let's take a look at the most recent one.
This is great setup on this takedown. He was pulling off the head. He caught the corner. See how he's got the angle on him? Makes it really easy to finish if you can catch that angle rather than be caught right underneath your opponent.
So McFadden on bottom.
Good job of keeping his hips underneath, get to his feet. Looks for the switch.
Yeah, Bialik
did a good job of staying with him, but then he kind of re-switched back the other way and caught his leg. It was nice.
A reversal for McFadden. He goes ahead 6-1.
Reds down.
And they're off the mat. Let's see that reversal.
Gets to his feet. See how he hits that switch. It catches underneath that leg. That's going to isolate him so he can't stay on top. Bialik was staying with him well, though, before that. McFadden had to kind of pull out a little trick switch there. He had to change directions on him.
And again, for McFadden, we talked earlier about Virginia Tech opening the season last year with Missouri. They fell, and then they wrestled Northwestern in the weekend. They lost 20-16. And one reason maybe that could have gone the other way, David McFadden was actually wrestling the U23 World Team, so he was unavailable to wrestle. And listen, for Northwestern, young team, and with again McFadden looking for more points.
He's going to shelf that leg right there. Isolates the hips. Nice finish. He still doesn't have it. He's got to come to his feet. He's climbing up the leg. Bialik wants to keep him down. Doesn't want to come up. Yeah, McFadden
There's two more.
Yeah, kind of climbed to Bialik's leg like a rope. Kept working up the hips.
Reds down.
For Coach Storniolo, early in his tenure to get a win like that last year over number 10 Virginia Tech. You mentioned the Big Ten, and now you have opportunities almost every weekend and when it comes time for conference play. But that had to be a big win for the program last year.
I'm sure, yeah, they were excited to go out there and wrestle hard and pull that win out early in the season.
So an escape for Bialik. 40 seconds in the second period.
Out of the hands.
McFadden in on a shot. Has the right leg of Bialik.
Gets a stall call against Bialik as well at the same time.
There's two more. Riding time at 1:48 for McFadden.
With the 7-point lead.
And they wrestle off the mat. 10 seconds.
These are important situations. Even though McFadden's got a 7-point lead right now, these short periods at the end of the period, 7 seconds, he wants to stay tough and keep him down. Don't relax. And for Bialik, this is important to learn how to escape in these situations. These unanswered points are really big.
McFadden just missed the buzzer there. 10-3 lead after the second period. And David McFadden doing what he planned to do here. Executing well through two periods. There's that another look.
Yeah, great finish to that shot.
An escape for Bialik. And you mentioned it. Northwestern has come in, 12-9 lead. They've had a couple of bonus point victories. Virginia Tech needs McFadden as he has two more.
Yeah, he's got to keep scoring points. That was a nice finish, quick finish right there. Now he's got to kind of make a decision if he's going to go for the turn here or maybe continue to build the lead, go for a tech fall. Looks like he wants that cradle. Does he have it locked up? I can't tell from this angle. Yeah, see, he wanted to get that pin. He was looking for the pin hold, but that's a seasoned wrestler right there. He realized he wasn't quite getting it, so he's going to continue to build a lead, let him up, score some more points.
One thing about McFadden against Missouri also today as he goes in on a shot, he's been very good about looking at the clock, always resetting, seeing how much time he has to work with in that third period. He's got two more on another takedown. McFadden looking for...
Yeah, he's managing the match well.
He's already got that major decision. Locked up right now, riding time well over a minute. The clock stops at 41 seconds. And there's still time here for McFadden to work with.
Yeah, I mean, he still could be working for the technical fall.
Bilek, not bad defense there. 30 seconds.
A lot of times, you'll catch an opponent in this situation and put them on their back off of a takedown rather than trying to turn them from the top position. So it's another strategy for when you cut somebody, not just to get the takedown itself, but
there's Bilek
to find them on their back off that takedown.
Up 10. 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
Eric Bilek, the redshirt freshman, first duel of his career. A valiant effort against McFadden, trying to add 2 more. He's got it just before the horn. David McFadden, the 3-time All-American, 18-6. The major decision. And the crowd here at English Field loves it. (13-12) Hokies leading by 1 in the team score as we come down the stretch to 174. And this is a weight class